Wipe them feet and let's talk that shit.
Yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of set, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with some silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regis. Man, bruh, dog, we litty. The shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that I silver in Blackfield. Abram in the box, I'm Merrick in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to the nation, man. Shout out to everybody already in the building rocking with me. I see you, Digital Prezi. Nephew, that's crazy. I was literally right now in your inbox. Crazy. Shout out to DeMarcus Ware, Bryce B, Aiden V. What's good, King? Let's go. Rayleigh, man. Big Raider, Drox, Dominique 5, NorCal Raider, Jesse. What's up, King? Flow Raider, Blacks Mob. What's good, my boy? Big W last night, the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Love to see it. Shout out to my boy SVT. I literally just put your story in my story, King. Tion Soul, #1 was popping, man. Maul was good, my guy. Tony Delgado, the usual suspects are in the building. Sean Johnson, what is good, King? My brother Hammer's in the building. Little bro, just coming off that great live that he just did, man. Shout out to my guy, man. What is good? Everybody on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else, wherever you watching or checking this out at, make sure to jump over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, man. That's the only way you can get your comments in. Hit that subscribe button, and let's definitely talk that shit, man. How are you guys feeling? How are y'all feeling tonight, man? Or tonight? How are y'all feeling about last night? How are you guys feeling, man? Marcus says, what's good, Graphk? Your boy Mitch got slapped last night off the drink. He was faded. Classic lives last night. Hey, man, I love it, man. Shout out to my brother Mitch. I just actually got done sending him something right now. You know what I mean? It's hilarious, man. Shout out to DeMarcus. My boy be getting slapsticked over there. He do not be playing at the Las Vegas Raiders report, man. My boy be getting dunzo over there, man. Shout out to my brother Mitch. You guys will see him also at Adelanto, August 27th at the Week 0 Raider Nation kickoff party, man. So make sure you guys get your tickets for that. 1-0 thus far in preseason. Got 3 more to go before Week 1 actually is here, man. Finally, man. We're a few weeks away from regular season football. That is crazy. Crazy, man. We're going to talk about last night, you guys. We're going to start this off first and foremost with Josh Jacobs, right? Josh Jacobs. Why did he start, you guys? Let me ask you guys this. Why do you think that Josh Jacobs started last night? We all know that Josh McDaniels came out and said it's always great to get your running backs out there and get them some reps. And I totally agree with him. I totally do, especially with Josh Jacobs always dealing with these injuries off and on. It's good to get him out there, get him adjusted to the speed, the brutality of the game early on to see what's going on. You know what I mean? And Josh Jacobs actually looked really good last night, you guys. Shout out to Nathan, I think Janky, I don't know. That's just a word we use in Northern California. But he had a great stat. I don't know if you guys seen this yet, but a Josh McDaniels offense in the first 2 drives of last year's preseason. His 2 starting running backs, Damian Harris, 8 snaps. James White, 4 snaps. Last night, Josh Jacobs, 5 attempts for 30 yards, which is really, really good. Kenyon Drake, 5 attempts, 9 yards, really, really bad. Zamir White, 11 attempts, 52 yards. So he is allowing his guys to go out there and get reps. I love it, man. I see Vic Tafur. I know he put something up on Twitter and said this is way bigger than what it looks like, pretty much. Not in those words, but he said there's something there, right? I don't think there's nothing there at all, to be honest. I think that it was a perfect situation for Josh to get out there, get his feet wet, get his legs moving, and get him ready. I see nothing wrong with that, you guys. You know what I mean? We all know that Josh Jacobs has had, injury after injury after injury. He's played through injuries. But yesterday was a great sign to come for me. I mean, this is how it's going to look. Josh is going to be out there. Zeus is going to be out there. Kenyon Drake is going to be out there. Brandon Bolden's going to be out there. You know what I mean? The list goes on. I don't see anything. I'm not going to look too deep into this, you guys. Yes, I was wondering, at first, whoa, hold on, pump the brakes, Why is Josh Jacobs out there? But it makes all the sense in the world. You know what I mean? You want to get him out there. And one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is, Josh has always said these past 2 or 3 seasons that he wants to get more active in the passing game, right? So it's only right you get him out there, and try to get him adjusted to that. You know what I mean? I know that he didn't really have, too many shots he had 2 targets last night, 2 targets and 2 receptions for 14 yards. You want to get him adjusted to the passing game as well. You know what I mean? So this was perfect for me, man. It got Josh, allowed him to get a little active in the system, get him active in the passing game and get him running, man. I'm here for it. On the other hand, Kenyon Drake did not look good. I know I believe it was an arm injury, something like that to that degree. He didn't look good. But you know what? Kenyon's going to he's just coming off a broken ankle, you guys. It's going to take a little bit of time to get him moving and grooving as well. But I think Kenyon's going to be a breath of fresh air for this offense this upcoming season. But you guys, I know that I may be tripping. There's some MVPs that I have last night. Darius Phillips looked really good out there. Bryce Cosby looked really good out there. Zeus looked really good out there, right? Jared Stidham, Josh Jacobs. Leatherwood looked really good. Lester high stakes Cotton. That's our right guard, you guys. That's our right guard. That is our right guard. Looked really good. But I have to say this, and I may be, the only one saying this, but my MVP last night was Amir Abdullah. Like that's who I have as my MVP. Amir Abdullah. I loved it. Like to see this guy go out there and be able to be active in the passing game. You know what I'm saying? Be active in the running game. I love it, man. Amir had 2 attempts in rushing, 7 yards, which was cool, but he had a TD. And I love that play as well. I think Leatherwood was out there, right tackle, looked really good on that play. The receiving game, right? He had 2 targets, 2 receptions for 23 yards. I'd like to see Amir Abdullah out there getting active really early on. I know it's easy to go with somebody else. Zeus, this guy balled out last night. But I'm going to go with Amir because, no, I don't think a lot of people expected Amir Abdullah to look that good. Amir looked really good out there. He really, really did. Spin kick Abdullah, Prezi. This is facts, my brother. Facts. So I'm giving it to Amir. I'm giving my MVP on the offensive side of the ball to Amir Abdullah. I really loved what he looked like. Outside of that, I got to give it to Lester Cotton. And Stidham looked really good. I think at this point, he's kind of running away early on with the quarterback 2 spot. He knows the system. He came out there, looked really good with his legs, looked really good with his arm. He would have had another TD if Tyron Johnson didn't drop that. You know what I mean? So Stidham to me is clear-cut quarterback 2 if the season started today. Shout out to Reef. I know it's preseason, but with White, Jacobs, Bolden, and even Abdullah, do we really need to keep Drake? You want as many weapons as you can, Reef. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest, Drake, he doesn't really cost too much money this season. I like to keep him around because I think with one thing with Drake and with Amir Abdullah, these guys can both get active in the passing game. You know what I mean? So if things ain't clicking, you know what I mean, with our wide receivers, you know what I mean? Or even if it is clicking with our wide receivers and we want to go look in a different direction, Abdullah and Drake can get very, very active in the passing game. It's still early, Reef. It's still early, but you want to have all hands on deck. This is a running back by committee system, and I definitely think that Drake is going to play a pivotal part in this offense. Shout out to Reef, man. Appreciate you, my brother, as always. Shout out to my dog, Pacey, and appreciate you, King. Cotton balled at right guard. That is our starter at this point, you guys. Barring any injuries, God forbid, that's our guy. And Illuminor looked great at both tackle spots, but Parker was getting demolished. So I think Illuminor will supplant Parker as the swing tackle. I agree with you, brother. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, man. Let's just get into it, man. I know we're only 10 minutes in and we already touching on pretty much every topic, but Brandon Parker, you guys, I'm kind of through giving this guy his flowers. And don't get me wrong, Brandon Parker is a great human being, right? But I've been saying all off season, this guy is naturally a left tackle. It may take a little time for him to get adjusted to right tackle. Well, he was at his natural position last night, and that man got cooked left and right. Trayvon Walker smoked his boots. Arden Key smoked his boots. I mean, this guy was just getting fried left and right on the left side. It's crazy because late in the game, I don't know if you guys really seen too many reps from Bam. Bam looked like he looked insane out there at left tackle. Like Bam looked like he was just bulldozing shit. And Brandon Parker looked the total opposite. We paid this guy a lot of money. We paid him pretty much starter money to return for another year. At this point, you guys, I think that Brandon Parker is asparagus at the right tackle position and the left tackle position. And if we can, we may have to move on. I'm going to be honest. But we need as much depth as possible. You know what I'm saying? So Brandon Parker is not that expensive. We already still have around $21 to $24 million. There's no real reason to get rid of Brandon Parker. You can kind of keep him around as a rotational piece. But Bam balled out. He made Brandon Parker look really bad. Lester Cotton balled out at right guard. Made Brandon Parker look really bad. Leatherwood looked good out there. I'm not going to say great. Leatherwood had his times where he looked you know what I mean? But Thayer Mumford looked good out there as well. Parham looked good at center and at guard. I just, Brandon Parker was a guy that needed this preseason to look really, really good. And we put him at his natural spot, and he looked really, really bad. You know what I mean? So Brandon Parker, I think you lost that starting spot at this point. And if Leatherwood's going to take that over or Illuminor at the right tackle position, we may have to revisit Pacey and going out and getting Darrell Williams. I'm going to be honest. He's still out there. He's still available. We may have to make a call. I mean, Darrell Williams at best is an average starter, right? But at this point, I don't have a problem going to get an average starter if we're going to have a below average guy, a massive step forward in training camp moving forward. But Darrell Williams, I'd rather have an average guy at right tackle that can also push inside and play right guard if need be. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, Brandon Parker, that shit sucked, bro. That was terrible, man. That really, 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 really hurt my feelings last night watching Brandon Parker play football, man. That was really, really bad. And it really hurt my feelings even more to see Arden Key look that good. You know what I mean? Because he wanted it last night. He's playing against his former team, and he balled out against Parker. And that shit was disgusting. Shout out to the 400 people in the chat, man. Almost 500 at this point. Wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up, you guys. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Parker was making Key look like Lawrence Taylor. This is facts, bro. This is facts. Shout out to Longy. Coaching was a breath of fresh air. Facts. Patrick Graham with that defense, man. Multiple different looks. I loved it out there, you guys. I loved it out there. That defense looked really good. Really, really good. I can't wait until the starter. Could you imagine what that defense looked like out there with Max on the edge, Chandler Jones on the other edge? Shout out to Malcolm Kuntz as well. My boy Kuntz balled out. Cosby balled out. Nate Hobbs balled out. Darius Phillips looked really, really good. At this point, he may have earned some reps at the corner position, slot outside. It doesn't really matter if he can stay healthy for the season. Yeah, man. Gillespie, my boy Gillespie looked pretty good out there as well. You know what I mean? So the defense looked good, man. There wasn't really too many eyesores out there on the defensive side of the ball. It really wasn't. Vickers looked okay before he got hurt. Merrick was out there, but he wasn't out there for too long. But yeah, man, I'm kind of like, where was Polamalu at? He was really quiet. You know what I mean? Really, really quiet on that front. Abram was out there. Didn't really see too much from Abram, so I can't really, I got to go back and look at the film with Abram. But Deron Harmon looked really good. He looked like he was shooting out of a cannon on certain plays. You know what I mean? Jayon Brown looked really – I'm going to be honest, you guys. Jayon looked suspect. Jayon Brown looked suspect yesterday, and he's playing against a bunch of 2s and 3s and 4s. Jayon, you got to be better, bro. You got to be better. You got to return to that 2019, 2020 form as a Tennessee Titan. I didn't really see too much good things out of Jayon Brown. Darius Butler as well. He was underwhelming to me, you guys. Underwhelming. I didn't really see too much out of him. Divine Diablo balled out. He looked really good. Amik, it was really quiet on the Meek Robinson front. Did he even have any snaps last night? Let me look and see let me see what the defense looked like. Jayon Brown, 2 total tackles. Kenny Young was out there for us a little split second. Gillespie, like I said, he looked really good. He looked good out there. He had a forced fumble, you guys. Love to see it, man. Gillespie had a forced fumble. It was really quiet on the Neil Farrell Jr. front. Really, 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 really quiet also on the Matthew Butler front. But, yeah, man, Vernon Butler was out there. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's crazy because Palomalo had 2 solo tackles. I don't even remember him. I don't remember him at all. Masterson led our team in tackles last night, you guys. 2 solo, 3 assisted. Darian Butler did have 5 total tackles, 3 solo, but he didn't really look too good to me out there. It was really quiet on the Darian Butler front. You know what I mean? But hold on, we the people. What do you mean? Bro, you come in here negative all the time, King. What do you mean, Kuntz? Thumbs down. Kuntz looked good out there. Please tell me, what are you talking about, brother? Shout out to GA Patriot. T-Billy needs some Raiders stickum for his hands. You know what, though? I'm going to give him his flowers. You know, he had a couple bad plays. He had a couple good plays. Keelan Cole had a couple bad plays, couple good plays. Keelan Cole had a 31-yard reception, and then he had a clear drop that hit him right in his numbers. But T-Billy went on Twitter, you guys, and he said, "Nation, I owe you one." I love it, man. Accountability, right? That's all you can ask from these guys. T-Billy went on Twitter and said, "Nation, I owe you one." And I love it. T-Billy, you guys, is Tyron Johnson, for those who don't know. He went on Twitter and he said, "I owe you guys one, man." You know what I mean? So at this point, expect Tyron to get out there, man. We maybe the next preseason game and ball out. I don't know, but I know that we can use that speed. You know, that's a factor that we need to keep on this roster because I'm gonna be honest. Looking at Mac Hollins last night in limited fashion, he looked really slow out there. He looked really slow. You know, maybe I'm tripping. I got to go back and look at the tape. But Mac Hollins in limited time, he looked really slow out there to me. He looked like he was moving in slow motion sometimes. But I don't know. But Tyron, man, get it together, man. Get them hands right. You already know what it is because we need that speed on the outside this upcoming season. I am the Bay says D. Robinson over T. Billy. I'll say this. T. Billy played the beginning of the game. D. Robinson did not even see the field, I believe, until the second half. So I'm already assuming that DeMarcus Robinson is behind these guys on the depth chart moving forward. You know what I mean? So Robinson needs to make some big plays or this is going to happen. You know who didn't have a good play? DeMarcus Robinson. Shut the fuck up, Wasted. Shout out to my big bro, Wasted, man. I hate when he's right. Yes, 187. McDaniels definitely had that O clicking last night. Discipline, you guys. Hardly any, there was no turnovers. Hardly any penalties. Was there 1 or 2 penalties, I think, that we had the whole game? Discipline. Attention to detail. Love those screenplays. Loved them. I want that all over the place this year. I want to see screenplays to Josh, to Zeus, to Bowden, to Kenyon Drake, to some of these tight ends. I want to see Foster Moreau and Waller get some of those screenplays. I love it. I love those screenplays. Jordan Vesey can run. Vesey looked good out there as well in limited fashion. Yeah. Robinson had 1 catch, 1 target. This is facts. Facts, Lord. Facts. Going to be that bread and butter. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. The first half shutout was excellent. This is facts, Prezi. Hey, I need an upgraded intro now, man. I'm taking my song off. I mentioned a bunch of people on there that ain't a part of what we got going on anymore. So I need to change it, man. I need to change it. Prezi, I'm going to get with you today, brother. I'm going to get with you today. Shout out to my boy, man, Bryce B. Darrell Williams signed with the Jags. No, that was the other Darrell Williams, Bryce. That was the center, I believe. I think it was a center from Kansas City. He did not sign with the Jags. Darrell Williams is still available right now. Still available right now. Still available. Shout out to my dog, Bryce B. Wasted, I was in Jersey last week. Be back this week. Wasted, you got to get with our guy, man. Shout out to Bryce. Appreciate you, my brother. Hollins is a possession or red zone wide receiver. I agree, Watts. I agree. I think we're all excited about him right now. You know what I mean? Because he's bringing that captain, that mentorship, that whole team player element to our team right now. And I think a lot of people are lost in the sauce with that. But he is more of a possession / red zone guy. 6'4", 6'5", Watts. This is facts, my brother. You want to utilize him more as a possession guy or a red zone guy. Definitely. That song will always be lit. I appreciate you, brother. I got another one on the way. I actually got 2 new songs on the way. 2 new Raider anthems on the way. I got to get to Vegas immediately and knock these out. So stay tuned for that. Let me see. I said this last night too, Rube. I like to watch Davante Adams coach on the sideline, engage the whole game. Facts. And I also said this, that Rube, that he looks excited to be a Raider, that, usually if you go from a great team with Green Bay and then you go to a bad team, which we're not, but if you did and you see something in training camp, it's going to show in your body language, right? It's going to show in your body language. Like Davante looks excited out there. He looks happy. He's laughing. He's joking. He's smiling. He's coaching. I think that Davante is totally sold on being a part of the team that he grew up loving. And I'm here for it, man. Davante is going to be, oh my God, man, breath of fresh air for this team. Sky's the limit, man, with Davante Adams in DC this year, man. I'm going to hold off my my judgments on DC until I can see him and Davante out there working together, because this is the best wide receiver that that DC has ever had a chance to work with. So I'm here for it. Shout out to my boy Max, man. What if we try Mumford at left tackle? In preseason, I'm good with that. Max, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I think Andy said, I think he thinks that he's naturally a tackle. I think Scout said that he's naturally a guard. The guy can play all across the board. But me personally, Max, I'm going to keep Mumford on the right side, because I think with the right side so up in the air, with Leatherwood, you know what I'm saying, with Illuminor, with these guys over there, even Lester Cotton, we don't know what we have with him yet, even though he looks like the clear-cut right guard. I want Mumford to stay on the right side, because he has a chance to win a position at that spot on the right side in the near future. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not moving Mumford away from the right side. I want to keep him over there. But I appreciate you, Max. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. Shout out to my boy Skills, Docs, best Raiders podcast all day. What's your thoughts on Mr. Running Back White? Shout out to my guy Skills, man. Appreciate you on the nice and kind words, my brother. I'll say this. Zeus is going to ball out, man. I seen enough last night. I seen enough. I'm here for it. Zeus is going to be that future guy. He's going to be that future guy. He is. I'm really pissed off, though, that we didn't get to see Britton Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, I really, really, really wanted to see more of Britton Brown, man. He didn't get any snaps yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Rushing, 11 attempts, Zeus. 8, Walter, which Walter looked good out there as well. 8 attempts, 49 yards, a TD. Walter looked pretty good. Jacobs, 5 for 30. Stidham even had a run for 12 yards. Looked really good with his legs. Like we said before, Kenyon Drake, 5 attempts for 9 yards. That's not going to get it done. Abdullah, 2 for 7. Mullins even had an attempt, but that was, I believe he fumbled the ball. I think that was a reason why he had a rushing attempt. But we didn't see Britton Brown at all. And one guy I'm really missing right now that I wish would have had a chance to be out there right now, it's my guy Sincere McCormick, man. He's out for the season, but I would have loved to see Sincere get some burn out there with these guys, because I'm telling y'all now, Sincere McCormick is going to be a dog. He's going to be a dog in a year or two. Docs, was Walter UDFA? I believe Austin Walter was a UDFA, right? I think he was. I think he is a UDFA. He looked good out there. Our run blocking looked really good out there yesterday. We just got to get that pass blocking together, man. You know what I mean? That run game looks phenomenal. But if we want DC to be able to be upright and be able to get rid of that ball to all these weapons that he has, that pass blocking, it's got to get right. It's got to get right. Greg did no, he did not. No reason at all either. I love it. Rock Ya-Sin does not need to see the field. I'm telling y'all now, I have this feeling that Rock Ya-Sin is going to be like a top 3 MVP for this team this year. I really do. It's going to be Devontae Adams. It could be DC and Rock Ya-Sin. I don't know why, but I have this really, 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 really good feeling about Rock Ya-Sin. But he didn't see any. He didn't have any looks. Anthony Averett didn't either. Power running was great. Facts, Zilla. Facts, my brother. Facts. Jonathan says, do you think we keep 3 active QBs on the roster? No. Nope. I think we keep DC and Stidham at this point. Moving forward, if Stidham continues the ball the way he does, he's quarterback 2. I think Mullins moves on. Hey, real quick though, man, Chase Garbers look good too. I think Garbers would be nice. He'll be on the practice squad. I like how Chase Garbers looked in limited play yesterday. He looked good. Jacobs is dope, but his lack of explosive speed kills me. Kyrie, it kills me too. It kills me too. That's one thing that we all been screaming about Josh Jacobs is that breakaway speed, right? He just has not been able to exhibit that at all. And I think with Zeus, I think he's going to have more explosive plays than Josh Jacobs. And I think that's why I think this regime will be okay letting Josh Jacobs walk next year. You know what I'm saying? Barring if he runs for 1,300 yards or some shit. You know what I mean? Then it's like, oh, whoa, we may have to revisit the situation. But I think last night, man, Zeus showed that he could be that guy moving forward. Any thoughts on how Mullins handles his rep? Yeah, Mullins was all right. He was okay. I mean, me personally, I may be wrong. I had Stidham as QB3 and Mullen as QB2 because Mullen, you know, he's got it done in the NFL in limited time as a starter. And Mullen looked okay. He just looked all right. I think Stidham looked really, really good out there. You know what I mean? But it does boil back to, it does come back to, and it boils down to Stidham does know the system. He does know what his head coach wants from him. You know what I mean? And Mullen is still learning. He's still learning. It's a learning curve for him. You know what I mean? Let me see. He said Josh Jacobs was gliding on the field like Michael Jackson last night. But he also had a few attempts, Sav, where it looked like last year, right? It was, you know, a couple reps, 1 or 2 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like Zeus was just, he'd get the ball and he's out of there. You know what I mean? Cannon style. Like, it to me, him and Amir, they seemed elusive to me last night. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the wrong word to use. But Amir Abdullah and Zeus just looked more elusive to me. You know, Josh looked like that guy that's still going to that'll wind down the defensive line. But I don't know how much we can get out of Josh Jacobs by doing that over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, Amir looked quick, man. Amir did look quick. Facts. Are you concerned about the linebackers? Nah. That default picture is insane, Rosa. That shit is crazy right now. Super pause, a bunch of glizzies in your mouth. Insane. But Denzel Perryman didn't get any reps. Devon Diablo looked good out there. Darian Butler finally got his feet wet in terms of some NFL snaps. You know what I'm saying? NFL reps. Kenny Young was limited out there. But I'll say this. Denzel Perryman was not out there at all. You know what I mean? So, and Devon looked good. So I'm not too worried about the linebacker core. Not at all. No, Brandon Bolden didn't get any reps at all not that I remember. I didn't see him at all. He's a veteran. He knows the system, you guys. I think that Josh McDaniels already knows what he gets out of Brandon Bolden. I think that there's a reason why Brandon Bolden didn't get out there. You know what I mean? He's like, look, there's no reason to run him out there. I already know what he does. You got to remember, all these other guys, Josh has not gotten a chance to see yet. He hasn't gotten a chance to see Josh Jacobs live and in living color outside of us playing against the Patriots a few years back. You know what I'm saying? He wants to see Amir. He wants to see what Zeus can do just drafting him out of the 4th round out of Georgia. You know what I mean? So I think he already knows what he has with Brandon Bolden. You know what I mean? So there's really, but don't be shocked if you see Brandon Bolden get some reps in the later preseason games. Maybe even preseason game 2. You know what I mean? Let me see. He said, my son asked me what a glizzy was because of you motherfuckers yesterday. My bad, K-Tel. Hey, we had a ball yesterday too. Shout out to everybody, man, that watched the show last night. That live was crazy. I think we already got like over 10,000 views, man. That we had a ball last night. We had fun. Shout out to my brothers Scout, Andy, Hammer, and my brother Wasted, man. We had a ball last night. Shout out to Rick Glenn. Appreciate you, my brother. Play calling and corners look pretty good. Thoughts? Exactly. That secondary looked really, really good. Really good. I'm here for it, Glenn. The play calling looked real good. It was still pretty vanilla, but I love these screen passes, Rick. I do. I love it. To be honest with you, I seen some Patriot fans actually say they were sick of the screen plays when Josh was there. Me personally, I don't think I can get tired of screen passes. I don't think I can get tired of it. I love them. You know what I mean? It allows your players, you know what I mean, your skill position players to get some time to build some momentum up and make a big play. I love it. The roast session last night. Oh man, Trent Kill. We was having a ball, man. We was having a ball. Kyle Ho, I was at work, missed the show last night. You know you guys had a party. This is facts. Josh Jacobs is a freight train. Facts, man. Facts. I just hope that he can continue to stay healthy playing the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? Zach Van Valkenburg can set the edge. He looked decent. He looked pretty good out there as well. Facts, though, Q. Facts. Ryan, I feel good, my brother. I actually took a COVID test last night when I got done. I do not have COVID. So I think I'm dealing with like a bout of what's that called? Vertigo. I think I'm dealing with like a bout of vertigo because I'm very dizzy and like it's just weird to me, man. I think I'm dealing with some vertigo, but I'm cool. I do not have COVID, you guys. I took the test last night. I'm good to go. Shout out to my brother Raider John, man. Was out of the fair at the fair last night with my family. Like, damn, I'm gonna miss most of the game, and then the game was delayed. I look up to see this guy, but like, thanks, G. Shout out to my dog Raider John, man. I got to get you on during the season too, my brother. Shout out to my dog Raider John, man. If you guys aren't subscribed to one of the legends in the YouTube game, man, make sure you guys subscribe to our brother. Facts, man. Loved the screenplays and pitch plays. Facts, man. Press conference at 11. Okay. Might have to pull up and watch that. He said, Docs, yesterday I watched it live, and then I hopped over to Mitch, and he looked drunk. He couldn't even talk. Hey, usually, man, we drink a lot over here too, man. I'm on my sobriety kick right now, so I'm still trying to get used to doing these live stream games without drinking. You know what I'm saying? So pardon me. You know what I'm saying? But we had fun last night. He said, Andy got abused last night. That shit was cold. I can't get tired of it in the right situation. Facts. Planet Raiders on the way, man. Planet Raiders on the way. Bryce, hey, man, it could be the cigars. You know what, Bryce? You're right. I may have to leave them shits alone for a little bit. You right. You were right. Facts, my brother. Shout out to Bryce, man. You right. You know what? I'm kicking the cigars for a while. You're right, because I've been smoking a lot of them lately, man. Facts. He said there's a head movement to reset ear crystals to stop vertigo. I'm going to try that, Rob. I'm going to look that up today, brother. For real. Do you feel the screenplays might be a concern with the OL holding up? No, not at all. Not at all. I don't. Sniper, I'm good. I'm good with what we got going on, brother. I'm not too worried about it. I think we're jumping out the window a little bit, you guys. I think that once Colton Miller gets out there at left tackle, this offense is going to look totally different. I said this last night on the live that the right side looked good, right? The right side looked good. So it was the left side we were worried about. Well, we don't have our best offensive lineman out there yet. So if the right side looked good last night and the left side looked ass, I'm cool with that. Because when Colton Miller gets back, that left side is going to be insane. So I'm cool with it. If the left side looked bad last night, I'm super 100 with that, because I know at least the right side was the side that we're most worried about, that right guard and right tackle position. You know what I mean? Let me see. Sit and tilt your head back for 10 seconds. I'm gonna try that, Willie Wayne. I got the joint over here too. That I'm gonna try it, man. I'm gonna try it. He said monkeypox. Shit, bro. Docs, I think the fact that most of the running backs played is a peek into our game plan. With running back by committee, If our run game is on point, we will put up lots of points because our pass game will be fire. This is facts, bro. Facts. Facts, man. Facts plus tax. Shout them all. It's the caffeine, docs. I have vertigo from drinking a bunch of energy drink. Yeah, and I've been drinking a lot of pre-workout and a lot of coffee. So the pre-workout is out right now. I'm chilling off that shit. But I got to have my coffee, man. Got to have my coffee. William, there was no significant injuries from last night that I've seen thus far. Kenyon was dealing with an injury, but he came back. Vickers, I believe he may have maybe a concussion. I think Keelan Cole may be dealing with a concussion as well, but I think these guys will be okay. Keelan, man, I don't know how they did not call that penalty. That was a clear helmet to helmet. I do not know how they did not call that. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. Keelan Cole, that was a clear cut helmet to helmet. Like, what the hell is going on? It feels like last year they called everything, and this year, like, it's just, are they getting a little more lenient on the head-to-head shit? I don't know. But that was a clear-cut case of a head-to-head, instead of helmet-to-helmet penalty. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. That shit was terrible, man. Shout out to Raider Lux. Abdullah. Wait. What does that say? Oh, I thought you were trying to say Abdullah. Bruh, I'm suffering from vertigo. Just got back from my therapy to put the crystals back in place. Raiders. West up, Docs. Shout out to my dog Lux, man. I'm going to definitely look into that, bro. I'm definitely going to look into that. Shit, I'm dizzy right now. Shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to definitely look into that, my brother. Thank you, Lux. Appreciate you, King. Real talk, man. Yeah, that vertigo shit is different. And that Raiders was weak for me, huh? Raiders! Let's go. Vertigo, calcium plus vitamin D3, adult gummies at Costco worked for me. No vertigo after a few days. Taking it over 6 months. Shout out to Vegas Raiders. I got you, King. Yeah, that was a bullshit call, man. Cole knew he had to go sit out for a minute. It's just facts. Facts. I like that he threw that challenge flag. McDaniels threw on that Johnson. But yeah, facts. When he caught that ball, that right foot was already down. It was already planted. Loved it, man. Loved it. Yeah, it looked really, really bad, Brandon. Facts, bro. Good to see Keelan Cole okay, though, man. Let me see. Himalayan sea salt in a glass of water helps. Sean, I'm going to try that too, bro. Yep. Facts, bro. But what is it? Matthias Farley got called for a helmet to helmet, though. They made sure of that. Facts, bro. Facts. For real, though. Cole almost got decapitated and no flag. Typical. Crazy, man. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Stidham was slinging it. Lux, I got you, King. I'm going to check my DM. Definitely. Got my water right here, M85. That's one thing to be excited about, Oilfield. Because what did we struggle with last year? We could not run the fucking ball for nothing. Especially at the beginning of the season. When DC was putting up MVP numbers, all we had was a pass game. The O-line was looking ass. The run game couldn't get going outside of that one game against the Dolphins with Peyton Barber when he put up over 100 yards. The run game looked terrible. So to see our run game already looking good out there, I'm here for it. I'm very excited about this run game. I love it. I think that Josh McDaniels is going to run the ball down a lot of opposing defenses' throats, and we're going to be solid. Leatherwood's not bad at right tackle with Cotton next to him. Facts. That Alabama duo, man. The Alabama duo. White was looking good. Who was number one that played receiver? That's Tyron Johnson. Ricky, that was Tyron. He had a few drops, but he also had a few big plays. Tyron, man, that speed is a factor. He just has to get that. Yeah, put some stickum on his hands, man. Put some stickum on his hands. Williams says, sex with my Raider rat usually helps with vertigo and other various elements. Ailments. You stupid, bro. Hold on. Shout out to my brother, Big Mike. Can I get another? Raiders! Let's go. Parker was getting whipped. Smoked, bro. Smoked. Definitely smoked. Let me ask you guys this. At this point, what do we do? The chat, I need your assistance on this. What are we doing with Brandon Parker? Do you keep him around as a rotational piece because we're already thin on the O-line? Or do you say, fuck it? Like if he continues to play like this, give Bam those reps. Give Mumford those reps. And move on with these young guys and allow Parker to walk. Because that looked terrible yesterday. That looked really, really bad. Let me read some stuff to you guys also, man. Shout out to my brother Scout, man. If you guys aren't following him on Twitter, Tristan Kuhn, or on IG at Raiders.scout. Dylan Parham, 40 snaps last night, you guys. The rookie out of Memphis, third rounder, 69.1 PFF grade, 65.8 run block, 76.8 pass blocking. Lester Cotton, 44 snaps, one pressure given up, 67.4 PFF grade, 63.6 run block, 71.2 pass block. John Simpson only has 16 snaps on the left side, 59.3 PFF grade, 53.8 run block, 82.2 pass block. Andre James had 21 snaps at the center position, 64.9 PFF grade, 62 pass block, 80 point. Wait, hold on. He did that wrong. 62 run block, 80.2 pass block. Tough interior battle, he says. Also, you guys, he says this. The Raiders recorded 20 pressures last night. Once again, shout out to our brother Scout. Tashawn Bauer had 4. Neil Farrell had 3. Jerry Green had 3. Malcolm Kuntz, 3. Darian Butler, 2. Van Valkenburg, Butler, Young, Vickers, and the other Butler. We have so many Butlers. 1 apiece. The offense, you guys, completely altogether PFF grades. Jordan Meredith, 83.3 on the O-line. That's really good. Stidham had 76.8. Hranis Rasul, 75.8 on that O-line. Alex Leatherwood has 72.2. Austin Walter, the running back, 72.1. Keelan Cole, 52.3. Jacob Johnson, a fullback, 50.4. Tyron Johnson out there, wide out, 49.9. Kenyon Drake, 48.0 is not going to get it done. Mac Hollins, 47 in limited time. And one more time, you guys, I'm going to read this real quick. The defense PFF grades. Divine Diablo, splendid, 85.9. Malcolm Kuntz, 83.5. Chris Jones, really good game last night, 83.0. Matthias Farley, 80.8. Really good game from him. Tyrese Gillespie, 75.8. Shout out to my boy Tyree Gillespie. Looked really good out there too in limited fashion. Curtis Bolton, linebacker, 49.6. Neil Farrell Jr., thick frame, 45.8. Myron Amosa, UDFA out of Notre Dame, 40.8. Darian Butler, 34.6. And Jayon Brown, 30.5. Like I said, you guys, Jayon did not have a good game at all last night. He has to get better. He has to get better. Shout out to my boy Ross, man. I think that's how you say it, King. First super, but been watching. Looking forward to the season. Raider Nation for life. I appreciate you, King. Shout out to my dog, man. You RC from now on, my guy. I'm going to call you RC. That's my dog, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you on the $2 super, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. But, yeah, man, what are we thinking thus far, you guys? What are we thinking thus far about what we seen last night? Let's get some grades in. How do you grade? How do you grade our performance all around last night? I'm going to say A-. There's a little concern, too, you guys. I'm going to be honest. No one's talking about this. I'm going to give it an A-. The special teams was a little underwhelming, right? Like we gave up a big, like one of those Jags took it to the house. Thank God they got called back on a holding play, but he took it to the house. AJ Cole, a few punts out there, right? Special teams didn't look too good last night. Carlson looked great. You know, what he had, like a 55-yarder in that wet grass. I'm here for it. But the special teams was a little, I don't like that. I don't like that. So I'm going to give it an A-. I think still we could have had more sacks from the defensive line. I think the left side of the O-line, specifically, Brandon Parker gave up a lot of ass. Pause. We can get better. B plus, A minus. B plus, A minus. That's what I'm going to go around. B plus or A minus. B, A, okay. I know, Chemo, I get it. I know special teams didn't have all our starters out there, but still, it was a little suspect. We're just going off of what we had last night. Stand Parker up, dust him off, kick him in the ass, and he'll be ready to start or on the bench. At this point, man, Parker got to be coming off the bench, man. Yeah, I'm missing Richie B as well right now, man. Because McMahon looked terrible out there yesterday to me. I don't know what you guys see, but me personally, McMahon did not look good at all. He didn't look like he had that special teams ready to go at all yesterday. How many sacks did we give up last night, you guys? Was it 5? Did we give up 5 sacks? We gave up 5 sacks. 3 on Stidham, I believe, 1 on Mullen, and 1 on Garbers. We gave up 5 sacks. We gave up 5 sacks. 3 on Stidham, 1 on Mullen, and 1 on Chase. 5 of them. But, you know, hey, this O-line is just starting to click. You know what I mean? It's the first time they're out there together against a real competition. You know what I mean? Give them a little time to get this shit together. But, yeah, I think Parker gave up a 3 by his damn self. Real shit. I think he gave up 3 on his own. But we did give up 5. I believe it was 5. Let me see. Is that pressure about to come on? Let me see. Leatherwood looked good last night, you guys. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, it's such a mixed bag with Leatherwood right now. It's weird to me. A lot of people are saying he looked terrible last night. I'm like, how did he look terrible? I mean, at worst, he looked decent. At worst, he looked decent. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how you could say Leatherwood looked bad last night. Some of the O-line looked lost. Bambino, I'm going to say this. Most of the guys that did look lost, my brother, weren't starters anyway. Some of these guys are just finally getting their first NFL reps. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this, though. Bam looked insanely strong on that left side. At left tackle, this guy was just manhandling motherfuckers. Shit was crazy. Leatherwood looked par for the course. Some good, some bad. There you go. I'll take that right there, Kane. I'll take that, bro. Facts, bro. I don't get it. And you moved him to the left side. Like what? How do you digress? How do you get worse going from the right side where you're to left side where you're supposed to be balling, and you get worse? Shit's crazy, man. But how? Let me say this, you guys. How far off am I if I say that Zeus may be our starting running back? How far off am I if I say that maybe, just maybe, Zeus gets the most reps out of all of our running backs? How far am I? How far off am I? Don't get me wrong. I think Josh Jacobs is going to take most of the reps because it's you know, a contract year. He can walk in free agency, and you want to get as most out of him as possible, right? You want to get as much as you can out of him before he walks off. So I'm assuming Josh gets most reps. But how far am I off? Way far off? Very? Okay. Not far. Zeus can start right now. Okay, mixed bag right now. 60-40. The way Zeus looked last night, man, I'm sold on him. I'm sold on Zeus. I'm sold on Zamir, man. Shout out to my boy, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you on the $10 donation, King. Means a lot to me, my brother. Shout out to my dog, IE, man. My boy, IE. But we got solid depth, too. DBR, I'm not saying that Josh is not going to start. I'm just saying a hot take, right? I think Josh is going to start. But a hot take. Zeus may have more snaps than him. It is what it is. Yeah, Josh will be out there to start these games. But Zeus looked crazy, man. Zeus look good. Wasted. All right, bro. Look, this, mark my words, you guys. This next live that we have, I am smoking Wasted's Timberland boots. I'm telling y'all right now, I am smoking the tree trunks off his Timberlands. Keep that same energy, Wasted. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, brother. That's facts. I'll take that. I'll take that. But you're still getting them tree trunks smoked off your Timberlands, man. Shout out to everybody here, man. Wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up, you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, man, please hit that subscribe button, man. Appreciate y'all. Jacobs is the clear starter. I want to see Josh and Zamir deadly 1-2 punch. There we go, Brandon. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I do think that Josh is our starting running back, you guys. And I've said it numerous times because he's Josh Jacobs. He's a former Pro Bowl guy, former first-round guy, and it's a contract year. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you want to run Josh Jacobs as ragged as you can because moving forward, if he does go to another team, which I think is 90% to 10% right now that he does, you want to get his whatever you can out of your running back before he takes a walk. You know what I mean? So, yes, I do think that Josh Jacobs starts, but I would not be shocked if Zeus's snaps is close to him or even surpasses him at some point during the season. Being honest. Yes, Corey, this is facts. We spoke about that, my brother, at the beginning of the show. Last year in preseason, I believe, let me read that again. I got to find that stat that I screenshotted. But let me see where it is. Last year, where is it at? Damn, I can't find it now. But last year, both starters got burned for the Patriots under Josh McDaniels. They both got burned in preseason. So this isn't a shocking thing, you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of us were like, whoa, what is Josh Jacobs doing out there? You know what I'm saying? But it's not out the norm of Josh McDaniels' system and what he does. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So I'm not too worried about Josh Jacobs at this point. Jonathan, I already bought Adams. I got Devontae Adams. I need to get a Waller. I'm getting a Rocket Sin, man. I'm sold on Rocket Sin. And a surprising guy that I might get a jersey, man, just because I don't care if he continues the ball the way he does. I'm getting an Amir Abdullah jersey. If I can find one, or if I have to get one made, I'm definitely getting it made. I like Amir Abdullah. I've been a fan of him since college, you guys. So, I kind of have ties to him because I've always been a fan of his work. But lock your sin for sure. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning, Real J. That's what it was. 8-4. Facts, my brother. Still got to get a Renfro jersey, bro. Still got to. Still have to. They didn't have one at Allegiant Stadium week 17 when I went against the Chargers. They were all sold out. So I got to get me one. Definitely got to get one. Giovanni says 40% Jacobs, 20% Bolden, 20% White, 15% Drake, Abdullah, 5% Carr. I'm here for it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Not against it. That Diablo 5 does go crazy, Big Mike. That's facts. Let me see. I'm getting a divine high stakes Diablo jersey. Oh, Jose, another one. God, I keep forgetting about Chandler Jones, bro. There's too many guys, man. There's too many. I want a Perriman jersey too. Why not? I mean, I think this is his last year with us. Maybe. I want a Perriman jersey too. But, oh, you know what? Nope. I got it. I got to get my Merrick jersey. Got to get my Merrick jersey, man. Got to get my Merrick. He said get a Parker jersey. Crazy, bro. It's the Josh McDaniels offense that always started their running backs. I wish people would stop referring to him as a Patriot. Talk that shit, Rick. Tilla says, my brother, we need one more solid guy on the line and then sign OBJ. I don't know if you guys seen this, but OBJ was kind of messing with DC and Devontae yesterday. You know what I mean? He put in his stories that DC looked like some cartoon character that he didn't look like at all, to be honest. You know what I mean? I get the Toy Story DC thing, but he said he looked like some other guy from some other shit. I don't know what it was. But I get this feeling that OBJ is just not a funny dude. Like, real talk. Like, you know that guy that thinks he's funny and he comes around. He probably has a lot of guys around him that laughs at his dumbass jokes. But I have a feeling that OBJ is that dude that just ain't too funny at all. Like, at all. Yeah. But he was toying with DC and Devontae yesterday. But there's rumors right now about Dallas potentially. I know. I think Dez Bryant was out there yesterday trying to get OBJ to Dallas. There's rumors about Buffalo. You know, if they're not sold on Gabriel Davis as their wide receiver too. But I don't have a problem going to get OBJ. But just understand this, you guys. He's not going to be ready for at least 8 to 9 weeks. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, he don't seem like that funny guy to me. Oh, that's the one right there, bro. Daniel Carlson. I like that. But if I'm gonna do that though, I can't do it. I gotta get a Seabass. I gotta get a Seabass, bro. If I'm gonna get a kicker, man, I gotta get Seabass. I've been wanting to get a Seabass jersey. Salute, Doc. Shout out to my brother Jonathan, man. Appreciate you, King, for being here, my brother. Atticus says, thank God for all the Sue talkers. Calm down. Fuck him. Always using the Raiders as leverage. Well, hey, don't be shocked. Do not be shocked if that picks up at some point, if this defensive tackle room doesn't get the shit together. Because Petco didn't look good last night. Our rookies looked okay. We need more push on the defensive line from the interior. We need way more push from the interior. Those sacks should have piled up last night. We need more push. Andrew Billings wasn't getting it done. Vernon Butler wasn't getting it done. We need more push. So don't be shocked, Atticus, if those talks start to heat up more and more as training camp goes along. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. You guys said that it starts at 11 o'clock. Let me see if the presser is on. Who's out there? Oh, there we go. Let's get it. Y'all want to watch this real quick together before we get out of here? Let's watch this presser before we get out of here. We got Josh McDaniels. That's the only kind of presser I want to see is with coaches, man. I really want to see the coaches. So I like that. Well, we're going to watch this real quick. We waiting on Josh McDaniels to pull up. Let me turn it up real quick on the YouTube side of things. Yes, sir. There we go. We're an hour in. We're just waiting on Josh McDaniels, and we're Gucci. Yeah, he got smashed, bro. Facts. Yeah. What play was that where he got blown up? Wait, do you remember what play that was when Petco got cooked? Nah, Atticus, there's no problem, bro. And to be real with you, a lot of people feel the same way as you. Waste is one of them. He's on the fuck you, Sue train. You know what I mean? Trying to use this as leverage and shit like that. But, you know, man, look, as entrepreneurs, as businessmen, as people that understands business, I get what Sue does. It's a business. As Raider fans, we're like, but from a business side of things, you have to look at it and understand what Sue is doing. It makes sense for him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad about that. Andrew Billings, bro. Echo was getting pancaked and flapjacked. When does Madden 23 come out, you guys? Is it already out? I'm still playing 22. And I would never rock designer clothes, my brother. I don't do it, man. It's a waste of money, my brother. I am a Raiders guy. That's it. I'm going to be honest. I'm a cheap dude, man. If it's not Raiders.
All right. You guys hear us okay?
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Vinny.
Hey, Josh, after getting a chance to take a look at the film, when you look at the offensive line, 159 yards rushing.
Josh McDaniels, y'all.
There were the 5 sacks. What were your thoughts about the offensive line and specifically also Alex Leatherwood over at right tackle?
I think we did some decent things. We played hard. In the running game, we were able to create some opportunities for the backs to get started. And then we probably missed some opportunities as well, just relative to a few things, communication, double teams. There's a few techniques that Jacksonville uses that, we haven't quite seen yet. So, this is always going to happen in the preseason when you don't practice for 3 days leading up to the opponent. So that was a good thing for us to be able to see. Somebody else plays a different technique on the line, and now it creates another type of communication and an adjustment. So we'll be able to coach off of that today, which will be good. There's a few things in the protection where we're just a hair late relative to making an adjustment on some type of a game or stunt that they used. They did a good job.
Josh isn't going to say too much,
of
you
those
guys.
things. So again, a lot of different people working with a lot of different people.
His energy.
And there were different reasons why we gave up a few pressures.
He's not going to say
sacks. And again, we'll have an opportunity to coach off of that today. Specifically to Alex, I thought he does what he always does. Comes in there and competes, tries to do his job the right way. And he's just put his head down and try to get better. And the snaps he was in there yesterday, I thought he did the same thing.
Hey, Josh, just to follow up on Brandon Parker, what were your thoughts on the way he played? And do you think the move to the left side was a part of the problem last night?
Somebody's, a lot of guys have to play multiple positions. So, that can't be part of the problem. So, we have to be able to, a lot of guys played multiple spots last night, because you have to have depth at the game somehow, some way. There were a few things, obviously, that Brandon can do better. There were also some things where there was some things we were trying to do offensively where we didn't execute them very well. That didn't have anything to do with Brandon. So a lot of things go into pass protection, as I've said before. If you want to be good in pass protection, you got to do a lot of things right. It's not just one man's responsibility. The timing of the play, where the quarterback's, if he's stepping up in the pocket, if the back's supposed to be, helping or chipping on the edge, there's a lot of things that are coordinated to go into a good pass protection unit. Certainly after our first game, we're not where we want to or need to be, and that's why we'll work hard today on the film to correct.
Hey, Josh, kind of a follow-up question stemming from that. Obviously, Brandon, he's played a lot of right tackle in practice. When a guy plays another position in the game, does that sort of change how you evaluate him, or are you more so looking at kind of the core fundamentals of how he's just playing as a lineman overall?
Both. Like I said, there's a lot of times where our guys have had to play multiple positions, and so that's just the nature of football. And we had 2 or 3 guys yesterday play 3 spots. So you evaluate what they do. The more things they can do across the line, the more value.
He said he was trash without saying he was trash. Let's just be real.
You have to have, like I said, you can't go to the game. And
let's be real.
There's not a backup for every guy on the offensive line. So somebody's going to have to be ready to play multiple spots. And that's maybe somebody who's starting, and if something happens and there's an injury, you may have to flop somebody or what have you. But in order to find the right group that's going to be able to do that, you're going to need to see people play multiple spots, and that's what we've tried to do since we started practicing.
It's gonna be
Coach,
over quick.
I meant to ask you last night. We only saw Nate Hobbs play in a couple of series, but he played on the outside and looked very natural, and he's done that before. What did you think of what you saw from Hobbs on the outside last night?
Like that.
Yeah, Nate's done a good job, all spring, all summer of really competing, very competitive guy. He's worked at multiple spots. And so we worked him outside last night, and, DP was inside when he was there. Like I said, just really trying to give every guy an opportunity to compete at some of those different roles.
Q with a good question. I like that.
Nate didn't really give up much production last night. And so I thought he did his job the right way.
Hey, Josh, obviously you've kind of said what the biggest takeaway for you was from that game last night. What's the biggest takeaway the players should take away from their performance and what they did on the field?
I think there's a lot of positives relative to our overall effort, the way we competed. I thought the guys played hard from the very first play to the last play. And there was a lot of things that I thought showed up in the film that you do in smaller groups and smaller pods in practice and training camp, the one-on-one drills. I mean, when you watch the game over, there's a lot of plays where there's 4 one-on-one pass rush drills going on at the same time, and so when you go back to practice next Monday, you say, hey, when we go to that one-on-one drill, I mean, it showed up, 29 times last night, or the 2-on-2 pass rush drills, or whatever the run drills are, or the we call them running and tackling drills, where we don't actually tackle, but it's where you're trying to maintain your leverage and the ball carriers are trying to cut off somebody. All those little things that you do in practice in smaller groups, they all showed up last night, and I think that the players, when they see this today, when we get the chance to watch and coach the film today, it won't be hard to see where practice actually could make us better, because a lot of the things that they're doing in practice, and there's a lot of them making progress, then showed up in the game. So it kind of always happens that way, where you're doing a lot of this stuff, and then until you actually play a game and then you see it show up there, it's hard to sink in. But I think that point will be made, and they'll see that today clearly.
Coach, you were talking about a couple of guys that you had playing 3 different positions, one of them being Dylan Parham. Just from his first game, what were some things that you just kind of noticed about maybe the way that he played or the way he composed himself that you might have liked?
Yeah, I mean, it's, for a first game to play multiple spots like that, I don't think Dylan was out of position much. I think the calls when he was at center, I think he was doing a decent job of getting us headed in the right direction there. His communication was pretty good. Like most rookies, once you get into, games in our league, there's just a different tempo to the reactions and some of those things. So he'll see that. A lot of our young guys will see how quickly they need to be able to adjust and react on the field to certain things. But overall, I thought Dylan competed hard, played a lot of different snaps at a lot of different spots, and, gained some valuable experience that will make us better as we go forward.
Hey, Josh, in these games, sometimes guys who are kind of off the radar jump up and flash. I was wondering your thoughts on Matthias Farley, what he brings to the mix.
Yeah, plays hard. He's been he's been this way. When you watch him on film, he's been this way his whole career. So, competitive guy, can contribute in the kicking game.
He sounds excited about Farley. I like that.
Eager tackler. Got called for the 1 penalty last night, but that wasn't because he wasn't trying to do anything wrong. He's just coming up there being aggressive. So, like his physicality, good teammate.
He sounds excited about
what his job is. Helps others. So I thought, he came in there and competed at multiple roles last night.
We'll do one more for Chris.
Hey, Josh, I was wondering, I hope you had a chance to see the little Twitter or TikTok with the guys in the Uber and so forth. I thought it was really neat. But what my question was, maybe bonding is an overused word, but an experience like this where they go out to the Hall of Fame, many guys had never been there to see that, the bonding, I guess, and just kind of it seemed like the guys had a genuinely fun time out there. Yeah,
unfortunately, I didn't see the Twitter or TikTok. I really don't have either one of those things, but the you could see the reaction from the players. I thought our guys went there with the right mentality. We know we went a day early, and we went a day early for a reason. We wanted to go see the unveiling of the Marion Motley statue there in front of the Hall of Fame, which I thought our guys really appreciated that, the history behind it. And then to be able to go through the Hall of Fame and take our time and really take in some of the history and tradition of the game. I really enjoyed watching them, go through it and literally just, stop and read the things.
Chef,
that were there
one
to be
solo
read.
tackle, brother. That was it.
Just learn about the game and look, they're all part of it now, and so I thought our guys really got a lot out of the trip, interpersonally and professionally, understanding the league a little better and the great players and coaches and people that have made our game so great for so long. And that was our hope and goal when we decided to do this. And I thought the other thing that happened was I thought they were all ready to go by the time we played the game last night, so going there 2 days early, you never know exactly how that's going to go, but I didn't think that affected our mindset and approach to the game at all. So overall, I was very pleased with what we got out of the trip and the way our guys approached it.
Let's do final question for Q.
Coach, real quick, that first play of the game, Jarrett Stidham attempted to go deep. Was that your tip of the cap to Cliff Branch?
Cliff Branch and Mr. Davis, that was a staple. Cliff was a fast guy, obviously made a bunch of big plays in his career, big important plays and big important games. And that's why he's going into the Hall of Fame here, tomorrow. And I know Mr. Davis, both Mr. Davises are big fans of the long ball. So, yes, that was a nod to the Raiders, Cliff Branch, and the way that Mr. Davis, both of them enjoy that type of play. So we tried to, didn't go off exactly the way that we hoped it would, but it ended up in our favor regardless.
Love that.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Love
Thanks
that.
a
Hey,
lot.
shout out to Q. He killed it on the questions, man. Everybody else was but Q, man, he smoked those questions, man. I like that shit. Shout out to Q. Yeah, man. There we have it. On to, we're playing Minnesota next, right, you guys? August 14th, preseason 2 game. What are y'all thinking, man? I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I'll put together, I'm gonna do it early, man. Why not? I think I'm gonna put together a preview show with Minnesota. Reach out to Scout. Reach out. Oh, hold on.
Go ahead. You should start shooting them.
Well, definitely a nice little homecoming for you.
Oh, this is really, you can't really hear it. The sound is off. I'm not gonna play that. But yeah, I'm gonna put together a preview show with a few other hosts and talk about this Raiders and Vikings game coming up August 14th, you guys. Shout out to everybody that rocked with me today. Coffee and Convo, latest installment. Once again, 1-0 in the preseason. Dog walked Jacksonville last night. Got them out the way. Now we on the game 2 for the preseason, man. You already know. Love y'all, man. Wipe them feet on the way out. And hit that subscribe button, man. Love y'all, man. We out. 1.